Hello my dear students, welcome to IMS Academy, myself Sandeep Adari. As part of SSC JE series, I am covering all the questions. In this video, I will be covering 25 questions. Now my dear students, let me tell you about the Telegram group. In this Telegram group, we are giving you the PSU job notifications and we are also providing the daily quizzes and any updates on the YouTube channel. By clicking this group, you can get all the updates. So my dear students, the link is given in the description. Please join the Telegram group and get all the updates. Now let us quickly go into the questions. For a stopping size, the distance of the eye level should be at. This is as per IRC code. See students, as per Indian Road Congress, usually the eye level of the observer is 1.2 meter and the height of the object which he sees will be 0.15 meter. And let me tell you some more concept about SSD. And SSD we have, SSD is equal to VT plus V square upon 2GF. Remember my dear students, this portion is taken as lag distance and this portion is taken as braking distance. So my dear students, what do you mean by SSD is the distance that can be visible to the driver at sitting at a height of 1.2 meter where he can seize an object 0.15 meter to stop the vehicle, or it is a summation of lag distance plus braking distance. Now as per these notations, as per IRC Indian Road Congress, the answer here is first option 1.2 meter. Now see students, they have given you what is the lateral shift in the transition curve. It is a direct formula my dear students. When they ask you what is the lateral shift of the transition curve is, the lateral shift of the transition curve is given as LS square upon 24R. So here if you see the option, we have second option LS square by 24R. In other options there is 2.4 and 240. So these are, here L cube is there. So the option 2 is the right answer. I hope you are clear with this solution. Now see students, cross slope. Now see students, usually in, what do you mean by cross slope? Here see students, when I talk about cross slope in transportation, in roads, usually cross slope is nothing but camber. What do you mean by camber is to drain off the rainwater. So camber should be always provided with a slope. Camber, the functionality of the camber is to drain off the rainwater. The cambers can be a rectangular camber or it can be a parabolic camber, or based on the fast moving vehicles and slow moving vehicles, the camber will be selected. And remember my dear students, there is a combination of triangular and parabolic. Let me do a correction here. It is not rectangular, it is triangular and parabolic cambers. Triangular is applicable for slow moving vehicles, parabolic for fast moving. For both the vehicles, if you have to suitable, then you have to use the combination of both. So what do you mean by camber? Camber is a cross slope where you can drain off the rainwater. So according to this, the option 1 is the right answer. Now, as per this is another important question, students. All the specifications for the highway planning and design, is given by. This is a very important question, student. It seems to be very theoretical. Here, what do you mean by IRC? Here, see students, IRC is nothing but Indian Road Congress. So, you see Indian Road Congress, whatever the specifications which are given in transportation or according to the IRC. So, the option 1 is the absolute right answer. But what do you mean by HRB? Highway Research Board, or if you talk about CRRI, Central Road Research Institute, okay? Motor Vehicle Act also. Basic value of span to effective span to in a cantilever beam, right? See students, the span up to 10 meter. Here you can say the answer here is 7 meter. Now see students, here when I talk about span up to 10 meter, if I take span up to 10 meter, according to IS 456 code, the effective length by depth ratios are given, see students. It is 7 for cantilever, and for simply supported beam it is 20, and for continuous beams it is 26. Am I clear my dear students? So in this problem they have given you for cantilever. So cantilever is given, so the absolute answer here is 7. But if they ask you simply supported beam, the value is 20, and if they have given you continuous beams, then the value is 26. So, my dear students, whenever you are solving the SSC JE questions, you have to study the in and around concept also, so that it will be helpful while you are solving the questions. Now, my dear students, the length of the transition curve depends upon the rate of. Here, the question is simple, Amma. If you see speed, no; distance, no; centrifugal acceleration and tangential acceleration. See, usually we can say centrifugal acceleration. Why? Because, see, students, if you talk about the length of the transition curve, the length of transition curve is given by the formula V cube by CR, or it is also given as En by 2 into WL plus WE. So it is, what is N here? N is nothing but the rate of change of centrifugal acceleration. So here you can say rate of change of centrifugal acceleration is the correct answer. Now extra widening, see here. See students, actually I'll tell you here, extra widening of payments provided because of off tracking is fractional widening, no; physical widening, no; mechanical widening is the right answer, and say close. But let me tell you some things here, students. Here, if they ask you, when they give you extra widening is given by the formula. Extra widening is given by the formula. It is the summation of mechanical widening plus psychological widening. Now, my dear students, mechanical widening equation is given by the formula NL square upon 2R, and psychological widening is given by the formula V upon 9.5 root R. And remember, my dear students, here N indicates number of lanes. And here when they talk about L square by 2R, this is what they are talking about, the off tracking. Off tracking means there will be a deviation in the front wheels and the rear wheels. When you draw the path, there will be a deviation in this path. That is nothing but the off tracking. Now the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index. And if you see here, the ratio of plasticity index to the flow index is nothing but toughness index. So here if you talk about the index, my dear students, we have plasticity index is equal to WL minus WP, and we have shrinkage index is equal to plastic limit minus shrinkage limit, and we have flow index, the slope of flow curve is nothing but flow index, which is W1 minus W2 by log of N2 by N1, and toughness index here is given as toughness index IT is given as IP, plasticity index by flow index. And remember here, consistency index is given by the formula WL minus W upon IP. Similarly, my dear students, if I talk about liquidity index, W minus WP by IP. This is the liquidity index. So see students, all these are the different formulas we have. But in this problem, they have asked they have asked you the toughness index. So this will help you the answer. But all the remaining indices can also be a question in the SSC. So I have given you all the indexes formulas. Now the effective span of a simply supported beam is. Now see students, according to the RCC, see here they have given one is the clear distance between support, half of the clear distance center to center. We can say here center to center distance between is the supports. But let me tell you, see students, what is effective span according to the IS 456 students. If they consider a simply supported beam here, my dear students, if they have considered a simply supported beam, okay, here we call this as clear span. Here we call this as clear span. Okay. Now this we call it as center to center distance. Here we call it as center to center distance. And also we can write clear span plus D. So the effective span for simply supported beam is what, my dear students? It is nothing but the center to center distance between the supports, clear span plus D, and whichever is the smaller will be taken. But according to the options, we can take here center to center distance. That will help the answer. Now in a geodetic surveying, now what the surface of the earth considered is vertical. So vertical is absolutely wrong, inclined wrong, horizontal wrong, curved, yes. Now let me tell you here, see students, we have plane surveying. In plane surveying, see students, the curvature of the earth is not considered. What, sir? In plane surveying, curvature of earth is not considered. In plane surveying, curvature of earth is not what, sir? considered. Now, my dear students, if you talk about geodetic surveying here, if I talk about geodetic surveying, the curvature of the earth is considered, my dear students. What, sir? Curvature of earth is considered. And remember, my dear students, simply how the curved thing is considered is because the shape of the earth is oblate spheroid. There are 2 points A and B here. If you are measuring in this way, then it is plane surveying. If you are measuring the curvature into effect, then it is called geodetic survey. So the answer will be curved part. The unified soil classification system was originally. Now see students, Tarjagi, the father of soil mechanics, no more, no Atterberg limits, but Casgradus. Now see students, here when they ask you unified soil classification system, when they talk about unified soil classification system, see students, actually Indian standard soil classification system is derived from unified soil classification system, and unified soil classification system is also known as airfield soil classification system. That is the one another point I would like to add here. Now unified soil classification system depends on 3 things, sir. One is the particle size distribution, or you can write grain size distribution, and another thing you can write is plasticity characteristics, and also you can write compressibility. So my dear students, unified soil classification system is is discovered by Casgradus, and it is also known as airfield soil classification system. Unified soil classification system depends on grain size distribution, plasticity characteristics, and also compressibility. I hope you are clear. Now see students, if I talk about the minimum cover for RCC column, see students, if you talk about the minimum cover for RCC column, greater or 40 mm or diameter, so the option D is correct. Now see students, usually, see we have different, see what is a structure is? A structure is a group of structural elements connected together. Now my dear students, first we have a slab, then we have his beam, and we have his column. So what is the minimum cover for column is, the minimum cover is nothing but 40 mm. If they ask you for footing, it is 50 mm. Now my dear students, what is the purpose of having the cover? Cover is provided to have proper bond between concrete and steel, and also cover is provided to protect the steel from cover is provided to protect the steel from corrosion. So here the answer here is column 40 mm. Now the submerged unit weight per unit volume is, definitely it will be the buoyancy weight. Because dry unit weight no, wet unit weight no, saturated. The answer is Now let me tell you here, see students. See, if they ask you what is gamma, bulk unit weight, total weight by total volume, and if they ask you saturated unit weight is nothing but the entire voids are filled with water. So you can say here weight of solids by weight of water by total volume. And here my dear students, in this case volume of air will be 0. If you talk about dry weight, weight of solids, weight of water will be 0, and volume will be gamma D. But what they have asked you, submerged unit weight is given as gamma submerged is equal to gamma sat minus gamma W. What happens is, so there is a buoyancy force here, hence gamma submerged unit weight. So here if they tell you gamma submerged is equal to weight by volume, if I have taken, here they are asking gamma submerged into volume is nothing but what, sir? Buoyancy weight. I hope you are clear with this solution. Now, the limiting depth of neutral axis for 400 mm, 250 mm. So, see students, see we have different grades. What they have asked, sir, see, XU max by D values, there is a standard, okay, XU max by D value for FE 250. See students, for FE 250, the value is 0.53. And remember my dear students, for FE 415, if they ask you, that is equal to 0.48. And for FE 500, this value is equal to 0.46. So here my dear students, what they have given is, for effective depth of 400 mm. So they have given FE 250 grade. I hope you are following students. For FE 250 grade, what they have given you the effective depth, sir? The effective depth is given as how much? 400 mm. So here you can write XU max is equal to 0.53D. So here you can write directly 0.53 into 400. Now my dear students, if you solve 0.5 into 400 is 200, 4 3s are 12, so it will be 212 mm. So the answer will be 212 mm. Now my dear students, if they ask you for FE 415, it is 0.48D, for FE 500, 0.46. Please remember this table so that it will help you for any grade of steel. So here the answer will be 212 mm. So the option 1 is correct answer. I hope you are clear. Now, my dear students, a 30-meter tape was before surveyed have a length of 29.93, sir. If the length of the line was measured to be 270 meter, what is the true length? Sir, see, most of the people might be finding difficulty here in calculation. Let me tell you. Sir, the total length measured is 270. Instead of 30 meter, it is how much, sir? 29 meter, 29.9 meter. So here it is how much, sir? By divided by 30. So here, my dear students, see, 30 is how many times you can say? Here 30 is 9 times. I am telling the calculation which is very important. Here see, 30 into 9 is 270. But how much it is less? Here 0.07. So 0.07 into 9 will be taken as 0.63. So total you have to do 270 minus 0.63. You will get 0.63. You will get a value of 269.37. Now, my dear students, in SSC JE, whenever these kind of questions are asked, everyone knows the formula, correction for standardization. Like there is a difference in length is 29.93 divided by 30. But you have to be fast in the calculation. So you should know the calculations here. How I have done the calculation, that is the reason I have told you the calculation even though it is apart. I hope this solution will help you. Now, the modulus of elasticity, see students here, they are asking the modulus of elasticity of M25 concrete as per IS 456. Now, see students, if they ask you what is the short-term modulus of elasticity, the short-term modulus of elasticity is given by the formula 5000 root FCK. Here the grade of concrete is how much, my dear students? The grade of concrete is nothing but 25. So, 5000 root 25. This will be equal to 25,000 Newton per mm square. So, my dear students, what will be the option? So, here we have 25,000. So, here we have the option 4 is the right answer. I hope you are clear. Now, my dear students, if they ask you long-term modulus of elasticity, then it will be taken as short-term modulus of elasticity upon 1 plus theta, where theta is nothing but the creep coefficient. So, my dear students, whenever they are asking the question on short-term modulus, you should be aware of the long-term modulus also, where theta represents the creep coefficient, which is the ratio of ultimate creep upon elastic creep. Now, my dear students, for a material having a modulus of elasticity E and the modulus of rigidity is N, its E is equal to 2N, the bulk modulus is. Now, let me tell you, in any competitive exam, you name the state level exam, you name the SSC JE, these relations are very important. Instant, E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. If they are, what is K? Bulk modulus. If they ask you, rigidity modulus is given as N. So, you can say here, E is equal to 2N into 1 plus mu. If you can remember these formulas, definitely it will help you. Now, in this problem, what they have given, E is equal to 2N. So, using this equation, I'll write 2N is equal to 2N into 1 plus mu. So, here 2N cancel, 1 is equal to 1 plus mu. So, mu is equal to 0. So, here what they are asking, what is the bulk modulus? So, E is equal to 3K into 1 minus 2 mu. What you can do, my dear students, here 3K into mu substitute 0. So, it will be 0. So, is equal to K. So, K is equal to E upon 3. So, if you know these two relations, this problem is nothing, my dear students. So, the option is 2 E by 3. I hope you are clear. Now, while using a theodolite, how to change the reading on the horizontal and while measuring the horizontal angle? Both upper and lower clamp screw are loosened, then both will change. Upper clamp screw loosened, tightened, lower. No, here this is not. Upper clamp screw loosed and lower clamp screw tightened. So here, please see here, in a theodolite to change the reading on a horizontal circle while measuring a horizontal line. To change on horizontal circle, not vertical circle. So horizontal circle means upper clamp screw should be loosened and lower clamp screw should be tightened. So option C is the right answer. Okay. Now, the principle of plane table surveying. Now, see students, usually the principle of chain surveying is triangulation. Ranging means you are seeing Sir, it is sighting and we will have ranging also. And traversing means a group of survey lines connected together. But the principle of plane table surveying is nothing but parallelism. Okay. Now, which of the following is not a grade of concrete? Actually, see students, if you talk about the grade of cement is based on actually on specific surface area. What do you mean by specific surface area is it is the surface area of cement particles present in unit weight. If you talk about grade of cement, you will talk about grade 33, grade 43 and grade 53. But here in this, if you talk here, my dear students, here grade 63 is there. So it is not at all a grade of cement. So the option C is the right answer because he has asked which of the following is not a grade. 33, 43, 53 are grades of cement. So 63 is not a grade of cement. Now, for concrete works in seawater, this is very important. In case of seawater, what should be the minimum grade of concrete in plain concrete as well as RCC? Most of the people aware in RCC, the minimum grade of concrete for sea coast means actually why the minimum grade of concrete will be more is in sea coast area there can be a salty or alkali nature which we call it as through which efflorescence will be there. So the minimum grade of concrete here is how much, sir? M30. Similarly, if you talk about the minimum grade of concrete for plain cement concrete is M20. So my dear students, M20 and M30 are the right answer. So the option D is the right answer. Now, if the observer of a forebearing of a line AB is 202 degree 30 minutes, then the back bearing is. Now, let me tell you, my dear students, usually back bearing is given by the formula back bearing is equal to forebearing plus or minus 180 degrees. And remember, my dear students, here positive sign is used when forebearing is less than 180 and forebearing is greater than 180. In this case, back bearing will be equal to forebearing minus 180 degrees. So you can write 202 degree 30 minutes minus 180 degrees. So this will be equal to 22 degree 30 minutes. So whatever the answer which is having 22 degree 30 minutes is the right answer. So 22 degree 30 minutes is the right answer. I hope you are clear with the solution. Now, for a deformed bars, the design bond stress is. Now see students, actually there will be bars which are plain and actually there will be bars which are deformed. In this case, definitely the bond strength will be increased and as per the Indian Standard Code IS 456, the bond strength is increased by 60%. So the option 4 is the right answer. Okay. Now, if the declination is 5 degree 40 minutes west and if the true bearing is south of 25 degrees 20 minutes east, then the magnetic back bearing is, sir, see here, true bearing is how much, sir? South 25 degrees 20 minutes east. And what is the declination? Declination is 5 degrees 40 minutes west. Sir, you can do in two ways. Let me tell you in the diagram way. Suppose, see students, if we have a diagram here, that this is north, this is south, this is east, and this is west. Now we have a line here. The declination is towards the west, right? So it is how much, sir? 5 degree 40 minutes, right? So here if I extend this line, now what they have given, true bearing is given, sir. True bearing is what, sir? True bearing is somewhere here. True bearing is always measured from true north. So this is 25 degree 20 minutes. And this angle is how much, sir? This angle is 5 degree 40 minutes. Now what is the magnetic bearing means? This angle is asking. So definitely it will be 25 degree 20 minutes minus 5 degree 40 minutes. So this will be equal to how much, sir? It will be equal to 20 degree means 19 degree 40 minutes. Direction will be southeast. So the answer here is south 19 degree 40 minutes east. Okay. So 1 second, students. 5 degree. It's 5 degree 40 minutes and 25 degree. Yeah. So it will be 19 degree 40 minutes. So the option here will be 40, sir, here. So the option A is the right answer. Now, now please see here students. The bearing of a line AB is how much, sir? 190 degrees. The bearing of a line AB is how much? 190 degrees. And that of bearing of BC is how much, sir? Now see students, bearing of a line AB is how much? So you can write here 190 degrees and bearing of BC is how much? 260. Now let me tell you here. 190 degrees means it is in which quadrant? Third quadrant. This is 190 degrees. Bearing of AB. Are you clear, my dear students? So here. Similarly, if you talk about the bearing of BC, BC is how much, sir? 260 degree 30 minutes. 1 second. So it is 260 degree 30 minutes means where, sir, it will be in fourth quadrant. This is 260 degree 30 minutes. Now see students, what is asking? What is the included angle of ABC? So here, have you understand the question, students? See here, I am drawing the equation again. This is 190 degrees. Okay. And this is how much, sir? This is 260 degree. Sorry, 260 degree. 1 second. 260 degrees in third quadrant. No? This is 260 degree 30 minutes. 1 second. 260 degree 30 minutes. Agree? Because it is in third quadrant. Now, my dear students, what will be this angle, sir? What will be this angle? See here. This angle will be 360 degrees and this angle will be 360 minus this angle. So, it will be 99 degree 30 minutes. And if this will be 10 degrees, this will be also 10 degrees. So, if you add these two, are you getting, my dear students? Here it is in third quadrant, sir. Please change the quadrant here because 180 to 270 it is 90. So 180 to 270 it is in which quadrant, sir? It is in third quadrant. So the total angle will be how much, sir? 109 degree 30 minutes. So let us see the solution here. 109 degree 30 minutes. So here see students. Here see that is another important thing, students. Here what they can give you, included angle or excluded angle also they can give you. Okay. So here I hope you are clear with this solution. Now my dear students, you can join us at the Telegram group. In this Telegram group, we are providing you all the daily quizzes and any updates related to the job notifications and PSU notifications are provided in this Telegram group. And regarding our YouTube channel notifications and all, also are provided in this Telegram group. If you have any queries, you can get back to us. Thank you and all the best.